Ugh. God, I love talking to you guys and I love lives. I do. But YouTube needs to fix their live issues. I just went live and like 6 minutes into the live, it just died. I don't know what happened. It just died. It was like, you're not streaming anymore. So I stood here for about 35 minutes talking to nobody. And this is why, I don't like doing lives very much, because I always have technical issues. It's just, you write a description, you hit go live, and you go live. And for some reason, it doesn't send out notifications to you guys saying that I've gone live. Not you guys, but, them. I can't even see the live that I did a minute ago. Yeah, it's so annoying. I just want to talk to you guys. I want to do a live. I want to talk to you guys. And every single time we do a live, I go live. It counts down, says that I'm live, and then people are like, I can't see it. So I have to stop it. And then I get on here. I start it again. I am not in the mood right now. I'm so over YouTube's live. And of course, we've been doing this. I don't know. I mean, I got like 7 minutes into the live and it booted me out. So I don't even know. I don't know if you guys can see this one. I deleted the old one, and it's still showing up on there. Who knows? Who knows? I just want to talk about axes. I just want to talk about axes. That's all I want to do to YouTube. I don't know if they booted me or may have booted me. I don't know. Maybe somebody reported the channel. They could have. So, my favorite Viking. What's up, Mark? If you guys can hear me, if anybody's out there, see, it's freezing again. It's doing the same thing it did a minute ago. It's freezing. If you guys can see me, please let me know in the comment section. Just say, hey, Wes, we can see you, so we can get on with the live. I can see myself here. The Winkler Axe failed. That's hard to believe. Send it back. Fix it. I can see you. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Mark, were you on? You were on the other live, right? I saw your comments, and then it just died after 6 minutes. I went around. I literally sat here and talked for like 30 minutes to no one. I finally saw no one was responding to me, and I went around to the back of the camera, and my phone was on its home screen. So like it wasn't doing anything. So yeah, Mark said yeah. We'll do it again. I love you guys, so we'll do it again. I don't care. I don't care. If it freezes up and something happens and it kicks me out again, Mark, did you get a notification that I went live? Because I've got a secondary YouTube channel pulled up on my phone over here, and it did not give me a notification that I went live. That's how I see the chat. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm afraid to even start talking. So if you guys in the chat, if y'all got any questions, let's just kind of open this up. I've got a lot to talk about, including my bushcraft series. I got a small little bushcraft series we're gonna do coming up soon, featuring 2 bushcraft axes from different countries. One's from one country, one's from another. I've done reviews on these companies before. One's $160, the other one's $80, and we're gonna do a price comparison. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do an first impressions and unboxing of both of them in 2 separate videos, but in the 3rd video, I'm gonna throw both of them together, and we're gonna see how well they perform. So, I will say that the $80 one has an ash handle. I don't really do the best with ash handles. I just don't. I think they're great. I just don't have the best track record with ash handles. I'm really excited for the $160 one because I just found it. I think it's been out for a little while now, but I didn't see it until now. So I'm really excited to get the one that's 160 bucks. Does that mean that it's going to sway my, no, of course not, guys. I don't care how much it costs. That doesn't sway my opinion. I'm going to throw them both and I'm going to tell you my opinion, but I think bushcraft axes can be tactical. I do. Based on the years I've thrown and all the axes that I've dealt with. You guys have no idea how many axes I've dealt with before social media. I've got a ton of them under my belt. I don't like talking about them because I don't have proof. I don't like talking about axes, hatchets, and tomahawks I've done reviews on, or I've showed you guys, or I've talked about with you before. But these axes, I think, are going to be great for axe throwing. I really do. They have that look to them that I look for in a bushcraft or chopping axe that I think is going to make a great flyer. And both of these, I think, will perform really well. We'll have to get them and see, but I'm curious. I'm curious. So I'm going to have two camps here. I'm going to have people that say bushcraft axes are bushcraft axes. They're not tactical axes. And other people are going to say, yes, they are. You can use them that way. And I get it. Most of the bushcraft axes I think of when I see them are with wooden handles. And that is going to spark another debate on, can you use a wooden handled axe, hatchet, or tomahawk for tactical use? I mean, when you really think about it, why not? Depending on what you're using it for. I mean, when you go back into history, especially, you know, in American history, but even into Scandinavia and other countries that used axes, of course, they used wooden handled axes, but sometimes wooden handled axes can perform just as good as all steels or polypropylenes, whatever. If you get a good axe handle, a wooden axe handle, it can take some damn abuse. I've proven that, right? I have put some of these axes that I have with wooden handles through the frickin' ringer. And I'm not talking about just one review. I'm talking about after a review, I've thrown them over and over, made shorts with them, come back and thrown them again, throw them on my personal time, and I cannot destroy those wooden handles. I can't. So, you know, theoretically, an all steel axe is going to probably hold up better, but that's not always the case. It depends on the company and how they made them, the steel quality and all that. QC is a big thing, which is, we're going to get into the Winkler. As long as this live doesn't go to crap again, we'll talk about the Winkler and why it failed. At least I think I know why it failed, and why some of these perform better. I've done reviews on all of these, put them through the ringer, if probably just about the same amount as the Winkler, if not more. They all have wooden handles and they're all sitting here working. Even this one right here, the Ned Foss that I hafted on a Hoffman blacksmithing handle, got some abuse to it. I beat the hell out of it. It's still going. So, you know, I get some people are going to say, you know, I would rather have an all steel axe because it theoretically is going to hold up better than a wooden handle. And I get that. But when you talk about bushcraft axes, it really depends on your skill set and what you plan on doing with it, and if they can be tactical. And that's kind of what I want to go through with these two hatchets here. And I think they're going to work out really well. I do. I think they're going to make great flyers, and I think they're going to work out really well. I always say it really depends on you. You know, I don't know everything. I've got some experience with these axes, hatchets, and tomahawks, putting them through the ringer. And some people don't agree with the way that I test axes. That's fine. But you guys got to remember, I'm an axe thrower. I'm an axe thrower. And I know that vibration goes through the handle and it causes things to break and all that. And I have said that many a times. Throwing an axe is going to put it through its hardest abuse it's probably ever going to take, other than maybe an overstrike if you're chopping or splitting. But if, you know, I had a 80% failure rate when I was throwing these axes, I'd say, you know, maybe I shouldn't do that. But that's not the case. A lot of these axes, hatchets, and tomahawks that perform, that do their job when it comes to axe throwing, in my experience, are just made of quality. QC was there. They did everything they were supposed to do, and it worked out. And, you know, that's just how it is, guys. You know, I don't root for one company or another. I hope all these axes Hatchets and Tomahawks I get succeed. I really do. I want all of them to succeed. I don't say, oh, I don't like this. There have been companies I do not care for that I've done reviews on their axes and given them good reviews because I try to put all that shit aside. I do. I try to put it all aside because it's not about that. You guys deserve an honest opinion. Whether you agree with the way I test axes, hatchets, and tomahawks or not, that's irrelevant at this point. If you're watching me, and let me throw these axes, and I'll tell you what is good and what isn't. And if it's on me and I break the axe, I'll tell you guys that. Hey, I missed. It's on me. That's why it broke. And I've said that quite a few times, a couple times, not quite a few, but a few times. Hardcore hammers, carpenter's axe. I missed that throw. I showed you guys the miss. It broke the handle. It was on me. It was a wooden handle. It was on me, and I fessed up to it. So, you know, you got to have integrity when you do reviews. And that was one thing I told everybody when I got on the social media is that if you do reviews, you have to do them with integrity. You can't put money into it and you can't do all that. Yes, you can take sponsors from companies that you really like and that you believe in. And I do believe that. But you have to be honest and you have to give people realistic expectations when it comes to these axes, hatchets, and tomahawks. Wooden handles are always going to break. They just are. And that's just the name of the game. It is what it is. I thoroughly enjoy your reviews. Thanks, man. Thanks. I really appreciate it. You know, I try to tell people if you're coming here for chopping and splitting and all that, that's not who I am. I'm an axe thrower. And I originally said, if you go back to my original videos, the very first videos I put out, I said that when I did these reviews, it was going to be based on axe throwing, tactical use. That's the kind of stuff I do with axes. And it was all about trying to find the best axes for axe throwing. And that's exactly what I'm going to continue to do. I might chop here and there, but I don't feel like I had the skill set to give you guys any information on chopping. You guys probably are way more knowledgeable than me when it comes to splitting and chopping. And there's some people out there that have a lot of experience with axe throwing too, that give me information too. I don't claim to know everything when it comes to axe throwing. That's just where I feel like my proficiency and information and my experience is. So that's what I kind of want to, I want to stay in my wheelhouse when it comes to that stuff. That's just it. Bushcraft axes. Got a few here that have taken abuse and have held up. We have the Gransfurstbrück hunter's axe. Some people would say this is a bushcraft axe. You can use it that way. Have a little bit of movement going on with this handle. We do. But I beat the hell out of this thing. You guys remember I threw this in the snow. But it's pretty good. It really is. It's pretty good. I like the inward swept handle. You got a pole in the back for skinning. And it works really well for axe throwing, double rotations and in. But it's kind of a bushcraft axe. You can do a lot of things with it. So, you know, there is that. We have the Kisa. I believe it's the Kisa from Holzbrück. My son likes this one. It's very similar to the Gransfurstbrück small forest axe. The head on this one's a little heavier. I will say that. So triple rotations with this one isn't as good as the small forest axe from Gransfurst, but this one works really well. I've yet to do a review on this one. My son uses it for chopping. Got a nice finish on the handle, but this thing's pretty good too. Not cheap, close to $200 for it. And it's made in Sweden. Dave loves that. Dave loves all the Swedish axes we get, don't you, buddy? Yeah, Dead Wolf says we are live. Thank God. I don't know what happened to the live that we started. I literally, like I said, I literally talked for 35 or 40 minutes and no one was on here. Walked to the back of the camera, it was on my home screen with all my apps. And I'm like, what the heck? I don't know if I got booted or what. I don't know. I don't know what the heck's going on. Throwing will break it and show the weakness or the strength. Yeah, I mean, you know, I am realistic. I know that throwing these axes is just putting them through major abuse. But I never come out and like totally criticize an axe for that. I criticize for what? Forgings being jacked up. When you can tell that QC wasn't done correctly. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to find out that things weren't done that caused the axe to fail other than an axe throw. I'm sorry. I like Winkler. Like I said, I've got friends that have Winklers. I've got guys that I know that used Winkler outside of just recreational throwing, that use them in other settings, I'll say. And they all said they were quality. They held up. They did really well. And I will say this, and I don't care what anybody says, I think a lot of people out there, kind of like with these, you know, pew-pews, I think a lot of people will take it to the range and put 200 rounds through it and go, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, but you're not actually testing it. You're just giving it an initial review type thing. So, you know, that's what I would call it, is an initial review. You're not actually putting it through its paces. Where when I put these things over 100 reviews, I'm putting them through their paces. At least I feel like I am when it comes to axe throwing. Winkler, combat axe. A lot of people said that I should go through the warranty process. I think I'm going to do that. I had somebody say, I think that you should do that, Wes, because, you know, you're doing reviews and you're showing us what these axes do, but you also should show us what the warranty process is. Now, my question to you guys is this. I'm nobody on YouTube, and that's fine with me. I'm fine with staying small on YouTube and social media. But I know that manufacturers will take a certain thing when they get people that do reviews, and they may do something special for them. So my question to you is, if we do the review or the warranty process for this, should I send them an email from my Wessumrell@midgardaxe.com email and tell them I did a review on it? Or should I go about it like a normal person and send it through my regular email and say I had it break? Would you guys honor the warranty? I don't know if they will or won't because I was throwing it. I don't know. You guys saw in the video, I hadn't put this thing through any paces at all. It wasn't like I beat the handle up or anything. Let me know what you guys think. Should I go about it through Midgard Axe, or should I go about it through a regular email? I don't like contacting companies through my Midgard Axe because I am not an idiot, and I've gone through YouTube before with other products that people do, pew-pews, whatever, and I know that sometimes they will cherry pick products for that person that's doing a review on it, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that, but I also don't want to deceive people either. So I don't like lying, and I don't like doing that. So maybe I should just go through it as Wessumrell Midgard Axe and say, hey, watch my review, it broke. The reason why it broke. Now, I will tell you guys this. You can see on the handle, you can see the micarta grip that was on here, okay? There feels like there might be a little epoxy on here. You can feel like there's some adhesion on here, like some type of glue. But I can tell you right now, there was no epoxy on those pins. When I put my 15 throws into the target, and I'll tell you guys this, my 11-year-old daughter can throw harder than I was when I was warming up. What you saw in the video is how I warm up. I don't throw hard at all. I just want to get my arm warm. When those pins came out and I kind of looked at them, it showed no signs of epoxy on the pins. So maybe it was just an oversight by Winkler. Maybe they just forgot to add that on there. That's a possibility. It could be that. And I'm not going to hit them hard for it. I'm just not. It's an honest mistake. It is. And that's how I feel about it. I'll get other Winkler axes and throw them. And I didn't order that from Winkler. I ordered that from a third-party company. So they have no interest in sending me a cherry-picked axe or not. They don't care. Which was Monkey Edge in Arizona. That's who I ordered it from. And somebody told me that these things are discontinued. The combat axe with the spike, the prime spike, these are discontinued. You can't get them anymore. I went on the website, couldn't find them. Couldn't find them. So I guess they are discontinued. So I don't know if they're going to work on, if they're going to let me use the warranty on it because it's discontinued or not. I'll tell you this, if they don't honor the warranty, then I'll put my own grip panels on it. And I did notice something which was really cool. If you guys didn't notice, I didn't notice this. Weight distribution. Remember I told you guys this thing was wobbling at a triple rotation? The reason why it might be wobbling, when I got the grip panels off, you can see that the thickness right here, as it goes down to the knob, it thins out. So that has something to do with the weight distribution. What I think I could do with this to make it better, in my opinion, if they don't honor the warranty and I have to put my own grip panels on it. What I think I'm gonna do is thin this thick section out to match how thin it is right here. I think this is plenty thick. I think this is overkill, probably for prying and such, which is why they made it so thick right here. That's cool. I don't need that. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna thin the axe handle down from about here to here and get it about this thin. Now we will have some cutout up in this area where the steel comes up to the axe head and kind of flares out. But I think it'll look really cool with the grip panels that I put into that flare of the steel in the axe head. And I think, that's just my opinion, we'll test it. But if I do that, I think I can get the wobble out at triple rotations. Now, if they honor the warranty and they fix it for me, I'll make another video and we'll throw it again. I don't have a problem doing that. We'll throw it again and see how well it works. I don't care. I don't care. We'll see how it works. We are live. My Winkler Woods axe has done fantastic. It has wood handles. Don't tell them anything so you know how well they do. Yeah. Wilkie said, do you think you broke the axe or Dave broke it with his throws? Dave's a big baby. Dave's a big baby. Also, I told you guys in the live that we started earlier that kind of went kaput. I filmed the first impressions and unboxing of a mystery axe today. It's going to drop this weekend. I'll probably drop it on Saturday. Another person sent me an axe, and I had no idea when I opened it what it was. I don't even know if you would consider it an axe. I don't know. It's cool though. It's got me intrigued. I'm interested, and I want to throw it. There are a few things I'm concerned about. I may have to make some modifications to it like I did with the Schrade Backdraft axe. This one's a little bit funkier than the Schrade Backdraft axe. I've seen it before and I've seen people throw it and it seems to be really cool. But with the way that I throw, because when I throw, I put the knob in the palm of my hand a certain way, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use it the way it comes, because I may cut my hand down here. I'm not going to tell you anything else, because if I do, you might figure out what axe it is. But we'll see. Basically, you can stand anywhere you want and throw it, which is why I'm so excited, because I can do some crazy stuff, I think, with that axe. And I won't even have to practice with it. I think I'll be able to do crazy stuff with it, get really nuts out here in the backyard, throwing it from anywhere, doing any throw I want to do, without having to worry about anything, which has got me really excited to throw it. But I'm just concerned about the knob on it. I might have to adjust that. I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's from a very well-known company. It's not expensive at all. It's a very budget-friendly axe. Anybody out there can buy one. It's readily available on Amazon or anywhere else. And they have two versions of it. And I got the last version that has a little bit lighter weight on it. It's got some relief cuts cut in the handle, circle patterns. And I'll tell you guys this, it has a spike on the knob. That's why I'm worried about releasing out of hand. I feel like it's gonna cut my hand. We'll see. I threw it one time, and I'm gonna throw it for the people on Patreon. I'm gonna throw it a couple times on Patreon and see how well it works before I actually get into review it. See if I'm gonna have to modify it, because I feel like it's gonna cut shit out of my hand. Hey, my brother's in the chat. Hey, what's up, Ty? My brother's in here. What's up? Do you think you broke? Yeah, Wilkie said. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's really hard to say. I will say this about pinned axes. I've used a lot of pinned axes. I don't like talking about the axes that I have used before. I've used a lot. I don't like talking about them on here because I don't have proof to back it up. I like talking about axes, hatchets, and tomahawks that I've shown that work or don't work, and I have proof to back it up with. But you guys know, I've done a review on these. These are pinned-handled meat cleavers. I did a whole review on these. Go back and check it out. I've done shorts with them. I've made videos for TikTok with these. A pair of them are like 45 bucks on Amazon. Pinned handles. I did a review on these about 1.5 years ago, I think. I'm still throwing them. The wood's a little soft. Wood's a little soft. The wood's breaking, but they're pinned. and they haven't come apart. And you get these on Amazon for, I think they're like 20 some dollars a piece. If you buy a set, they're cheaper. But you know, I left them the way they came. We do have some edge rollover there at the top. I didn't do anything to them. I threw them the way they came. But you know, these are example of very cheap pinned axe handles that worked. I don't care what country they came from. I know some people do. That's fine. I don't. I do everything. I do everything because that's what I'm here on social media to do. Some people don't have a lot of money to buy a Winkler or to buy a Kisa or to buy a Helkoverk. And some people, this is what they can afford. So I'm going to review those too, so that way people know what's quality and what isn't. And some of these budget axes, hatchets, and tomahawks are of good quality for the money. They just are. And I don't care what anybody else says out there. If I can throw these things really hard and throw them for this long and they hold up, I'm going to tell you guys that. That's just how it is. So that's just, you know, the way the cookie crumbles. I will say this. I'm hoping to get to that axe down there, the first bushcraft axe. I've got it down here. They're running a deal on the $80 one. The mini series I told you guys about, they're having a deal where they give you one of their bushcraft knives for free right now. So if you buy the axe, you get the bushcraft knife for free, and the bushcraft knife is around like 40 bucks. And you get it for free right now. I might tell my Patreon members, I hate doing that to you guys, but it's going to ruin the video if I tell you what it is now. So maybe I'll post it on Patreon and let them guys know. But there's a deal right now on Amazon. You buy the bushcraft hatchet, you get their knife for free. So I got both of them out. And I'll show you guys. I got to hide it. Here, I tell you what. I'll show you this. And that's all I'm going to show you. Do your research. It's not hard to figure out. I showed you that. You get a free knife with it if you buy one of their hatchets, which is really cool. I didn't even know that when I bought it. I was going to buy it anyway and found out you could get a free knife with it. So go get it. If you're interested, come over to Patreon and pay $1 and you'll get a $40 knife for free for a month. And then you can leave. Free giveaways. And I'm going to do a free giveaway on here tonight. We're going a lot later than I wanted to, but the chat, the live kind of, you know, died. So there is that. So we're going to do a free giveaway though. I got some axes I want to give away. And we're going to give away these. We're going to give away these. I don't use them anymore. I've used them to the extent I'm going to use them to, and I'm going to give them away. We're going to do 2 giveaways tonight on this live. Give this one away and give this one away. Nathan's still waiting for his Ned Foss Viking axe. I actually sent him an email, told him I'm going to get his axe out to him this week. So we'll get his axe out to him this week, and then we'll send these out to 2 of you. We're going to do 2 giveaways tonight on this live. Trying to think. Oh, Rango tools. Remember the titanium tomahawk I did a review on? We still have to do a penetration test on their bit versus my bit. I actually was looking at those the other day. We still got to do a review on that. If you guys go right now, I know a lot of people said that they weren't interested because they were too expensive. Right now on Amazon, if you go to Rango Tools, W-R-A-N-G-O, Rango Tools, if you get their titanium tomahawk with the spike end, it is on sale right now for $79. That is the cheapest it's ever been. The hammer pole is still at 129 bucks. When I talked to you guys about it last time, it was at $100. They've gone up to 130, but the spike end has gone down to 79 bucks. You get the titanium tomahawk head, you get an 18-inch handle and an 11.5-inch handle, and you get a koozie. It's light. And the longer that Rango Tools titanium tomahawk stays out on the market, I'm looking at the reviews on it because I like hearing what you guys have to say on Amazon and everything else. I'm watching you guys, and that's one common thing I've heard a lot of people say is that they feel like it's a little too light. It is. It's super light. I gave you guys the weights on those. I think the 18, I can't remember, I still remember this. The 18-inch handle was 1 pound and 3 ounces. The 11.5-inch handle with that same tomahawk head on it was at 15.6 ounces. How the hell do I remember this stuff? I can't even remember some words when I'm talking, but I remember weights, axes, lengths, and stuff, or get you guys close to the actual length and weight of these things. So somebody just fell over there. New neighbors moved in, a guy fell. Hope he's okay. You all right? He gave me a thumbs up. Okay. He's moving stuff, he fell. I don't know if you guys heard him scream. Hope he's okay. He seems to be good. His wife's helping him up. I don't know. He don't look good. Maybe I should go there and help him. Looks like a couch fell on him. He waved at me. Okay, he's good. He's good. Okay, yeah, he's good. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, we're having a little bit of drama out here. But, yeah, I'm really excited about the drop this weekend. Go make sure you guys come back on Saturday and watch that. I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes out here. Mosquitoes are horrible. You guys got any questions for me? I just wanted to talk about the mini series for the bushcraft axes. I love bushcraft axes. They make some of the best axes for axe throwing, even with wooden handles. I don't know why, but they do. They just design them a certain way. They have a very good cheek and bit profile. You don't have to do a lot of work to them. For the most part, the handles are usually really good, like the Helkovuduk. I think some people would probably use the Helkovuduk Rhineland hatchet for bushcrafting. I think some people would. And this thing is a freaking tank, guys. Oh my gosh, I love this thing. Nice, cool bushcrafting axe, hatchet, whatever you want to call it. That would work really well too. You know, this one here, what I want to do with this one, the reason why I brought this one out, it has nothing to do with anything out here. This is the Ned Foss Viking axe. It's got the Volknut right here, as you can see. What I want to do, it's got hair on it. What I want to do with this one, it's got a Hoffman blacksmith and handle on it. I don't really throw it all that much. What I want to do with this one, I'll do something cool, something I've been wanting to do for a while now, which is I want to take the handle and make it really small, like somewhere right in here, just 'cause. I mean, I've got so many axes, why not, right? So let's do something crazy with this one. I need to reprofile these cheeks. They're really thick. It's got a very hard manufacturer's grind on it. So I'm gonna have to go through and fix the bit in the cheeks to get it to do what I want, but I would love something really small about right here to throw. Whew. Man, I could chuck this thing really good with a small handle. Something about round it down to about right here. That probably puts that about, I don't know, 10 inches maybe, 10 to 12 inches somewhere in this area here. Well, maybe about 9 to 10 inches really. I think it'd make a great flyer. We're gonna have to do that. It's kind of a fun whatever thing. You know, I like doing fun whatever stuff. I got so many axes and I've dealt with so much stuff. I like getting crazy sometimes with some of the stuff. It's just fun. Could you start doing a sharpness test on ones out of the box? Yeah, I mean, I could. You know, I could show you guys, maybe like bring out some paper, like when I show you guys I've shown a lot of people on Patreon how I sharpen my axes, hatchets, and tomahawks. And I did a video on Patreon recently about how I can get my axes, hatchets, and tomahawks razor sharp to cut paper. I mean, just, but the edge is so good on it that I can throw it really hard and I don't get edge rollover. At least most of the time I don't. Sometimes I do, depending on the steel type. But for the most part, I can profile them in a way to get really good penetration without edge rollover and breaking and such. And what I'll do, I'll give you guys a little bit of a tip. If you guys get axes, hatchets, and tomahawks and you want to throw them or you want to beat the hell out of them, like I do with mine, but you want a very thin bit and cheek profile, most of the time, in my experience, I've noticed, and I'll show you guys here on this one, that when you start throwing these things, where you get a lot of edge rollover, breaking of edges, is right up here at the toe. You can see that this edge has started to roll. And that has a lot to do with a little bit of an over rotation where the toe goes into the target. And what happens is that when you get a very thin bit and cheek profile and you throw your axe, you have a lot of pressure on this toe where it's going in, the vibration's going down, and it's shaking it as it goes into the target, right? So when I put my edges on my axes, hatchets, and tomahawks, and I get them very thin, there is one thing I do with the toe. I leave the toe cheeks a little bit thicker than I do the rest of the cutting edge. It just gives it a little bit more rigidity to take an over rotation, because I noticed in the past when I was working on different edges, getting different degrees and all that, that I would get a lot of edge rollover up here like I got on this one. This is the edge that came from the factory. But I noticed that when I started doing my edge, I'd get a lot of rollover, and I'd even get toes breaking off from over rotations. It's just the name of the game. You get an over rotation, a lot of forces going right here, and it's shaking, vibrations going on. It's not taking the same amount of force as the cutting edge would be right here, like this. So I leave the cheeks right up here where the toe's at a little thicker. So that way it can have that rigidity for an over rotation. But you should try it. Try it. If you got some throwing axes out there and you notice that your toe's rolling over, it could be that you're getting your toe just a little bit too thin and you're over rotating your axe. It's not going to take that abuse, and it's going to chip, roll over, whatever. And it has a lot more to do with the axe going in a certain way and all the pressure and the vibration in that small little toe. So leave it a little thicker up there and then profile it down when you get to the center, and you can make it thin down at the heel if you want. I haven't had any issues with heels. It's always been with toes. So try that and see if it works for you. It worked for me. I've been throwing axes now for I don't know how long. I'd have to sit here and think. I've tried everything, and I continue to try stuff because there are smarter people than me out there who know way more than I do about edge profiles and all that, and I listen to them and I utilize their knowledge for axe throwing, even though they're not talking about axe throwing. So, you know, that's the thing, is that I try to be humble. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. And, you know, I try to listen to people, even if they don't even throw axes. There's been people that have taught me things, not personally, but I've watched videos and stuff that I've applied to my axe throwing that have worked great. So hafting, edge design, you know, Adam Celadine, you guys know him on YouTube. I've learned a few things from him just from throwing knives, you know, how he does things, and trying to like learn a few things from him. There's a guy on TikTok who isn't one of the craziest knife throwers I've ever seen in my life. I've talked to him personally, and I'm really sorry I'm having a hard time remembering his name right now. But he lives somewhere down south. He's got like a throwing setup in his garage, and he does like no knife spinning and stuff. That guy's freaking, he's stupid crazy. He's stupid good. And I watch him on TikTok a lot, and you know, I've kind of mimicked some things that he does. So, you know, it's taking things from people. You don't have to take everything, but you know, it's being humble and realizing you're not the best. And but you can improve, and just taking things from people that you think might be as good as you or better. And you know, Soul Thrower, he's a guy in Scandinavia that I watched, that I've seen before. I don't really watch a lot of people because I don't want to mimic what they do and accidentally copy them. But you know, I've seen they come across my news feed, and I'm like, oh, that'd be cool. You know, he's doing this, and maybe I should try that for axe throwing. And it works out really well. It does. So, full Tang Clan, yeah. Do a video on how to throw axes. I have a series. I have a series on YouTube called How to Throw an Axe Like a Viking. And I will say that maybe it was just because my channel was smaller, they didn't do very well. People don't seem to really, just saying, people didn't really seem to care. I could be wrong, but people care on TikTok though. I made a lot of videos on TikTok on how to throw axes, and they've done really well. But YouTube, it just didn't do very well. So I kind of stopped because I didn't think anybody cared on how, you know, how to throw axes. I get people asking me via email and talking to me all the time about, I'll get people sending me videos. Hey, Wes, watch me throw. What am I doing wrong? And I'll help them, and they'll say, man, that worked. Thanks. But it just didn't seem like it reached a broad audience, and it wasn't really helping a lot of people. But if you guys want, go into my playlist, and there's a section called How to Throw Axes Like a Viking. And I've covered just about everything except for one major thing. There is one major thing that I never covered, which is wrist control. Your wrist is everything when you throw. It really is. Anybody can stand at a single rotation and do this or do this. But when you start throwing hard and you go back for distance, it's all about wrist control. It really is. I mean, you can ask my brother. My brother's in the chat right now. Me and my brother played competitive baseball for years. We did. We played competitive baseball. We were both really good, which is why I can throw axes so well. And but it was hard transitioning over to an axe. It's not that hard, but it's different. And when we did my 200-foot axe throw, my brother was out there kind of helping me and coaching me, standing behind me, watching me, and telling me what I was doing wrong and what I need to do here and there. And my brother is 7 years younger than me. He can throw harder than me. He's always been able to throw harder than me. He's got an incredible arm. He really does. But when he was out there, because he doesn't throw axes, we were out there throwing, and you know, I was throwing the axe at 200 feet, and my brother can throw a baseball farther than me. He can throw harder than me. But when he was throwing the axe, he wasn't throwing it as far as I was. And it was because when he would throw, he was doing something with his wrist. So theoretically, he could probably throw an axe farther than me. But because you have to know how to do it, when the axe was flying there, you could see it was twisting all weird ways, which is it's just gonna slow the axe down. It's not gonna go as far. So if you guys wanna hit him up, he's in the comment section right now. He's Tyler Summerall, which you guys know my name's Wessumrell. It's my brother. Tell him to get his ass over here throwing with me. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, you guys think if I could teach him how to throw axes, him and I would be an awesome combo to throw axes together in a video. Because I bet he can throw, you know, he's older. You know, I'm 43, so that makes him what, 36? You're 36, right? No, 35 right now, because I'm 42. But he can still throw hard. And you guys think I throw an axe hard. If I could work with him just a little bit, he could throw harder than I could, and it would be insane to watch. It really would be, because I bet if you gave him a baseball right now, I bet he would probably clock in the high 80s, low 90s. Just saying, I bet he could. I haven't tested my throwing. I'm too old. I'm too old. I probably, with a baseball, I'm probably in the low 80s. I'm probably in the low 80s right now, if I'm lucky. If I'm lucky on a good day. With some Advil, take 3 Advil, maybe a half a bottle of mead, and warming up really good, I could probably get in the low 80s right now. We'll have to get one of those clocks. I think they sell them on Amazon. You know, one of those speed things. Back in the day, they used to have to use radar guns, but I think they make clocks now to where you can buy them. They're really cheap on Amazon. We'll have to get one of those and see how actually fast I'm throwing my axes. I have no idea. If I had to guess, I'm saying I'm probably at a single rotation, I bet I could get low 70s, maybe 80, 81 throwing an axe, which is pretty cool. I think it's cool. So I'm going to get one of those clocks. We'll have to get one and see. So Mark said, Wes, come on, hurry up. What time? I don't even know what time it is. It's getting dark. I'm doing this. So yeah, the wrist was a problem. Death wobble. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, that's why I take these axe reviews so seriously, because sometimes I know it's me. I know it's me when I'm throwing and they start wobbling. I'm like, okay, it's me. It's me. But other times I know it's the axe design. And I'm like, nah, it's wobbling. It's wobbling. And sometimes I'll go inside and I'll grab another axe that's similar to that one and throw it and go, no, it's not me. It's not me. I'm throwing it well today. So it's got to be the weight distribution and the test that I put on it. So there is that. Hello from North Carolina. What's up, Scott? Hello from NC. What's up, man? We spent a bunch of time in North Carolina last week. Went down to Kitty Hawk and Kill Devil Hills. Spent a few days with some great people. My wife's friend, Jillian, and her family and friends got a cottage down there on the beach. We kind of went down there for a few days and hung out with them. Very salt of the earth people. Great people. Very welcoming. They were awesome. I hooked them up with a bunch of Irish mead, and I hooked them up with a bunch of Danish mead. They had never had it before, so we bought a bunch of that. My wife's coming out to tell me I've been out here too long. Here she comes. But we hooked them up with a bunch of mead, and I hope they enjoyed it. I left them a bunch of bottles and gave them the Irish mead. So I don't know what happened to the first live. It died, so I'm trying to hurry. Mark's telling me to hurry because I told them I'd do 2 giveaways. So keeping it real out here.
Hello.
Hey, my wife's on the other side of the camera. So we got, that is where I fish. Scott. Oh, shit, Scott, you should come throw with me, man. Scott Bryant is in the comment section. He said he fishes and Kill Devil Hills and what's the other place? Kill Devil Hills. I just said Kitty Hawk. Yes, dude. I'm like, how far? We're like what, 45, 50 minutes from there.
Yeah, about an hour.
We're on the Virginia Beach coast, so we just go straight down 168 through Moyock and all that to get there. Dude, you should come over and throw with me. We'll do a live together or something, or you come over here. We can throw together and we'll make a video. I'm always trying to find people that are local with me to come over and throw with me.
It's a good time.
Yeah, come over, man. We'll drink some meat and throw. Mike said, do you ever have a day where you just can't get axes to stick how you want and accuracy shitty? Yeah, I do. There's been days where, I mean, my wife will tell you, it's not common. It's not common. I usually can push through it. But there has been days where I know at a single rotation, it's not my day, right? Would you say that's, I mean, there's some days where I'm on, right? Like I'm just out here, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I don't think it's many days that you're off.
No, it's not.
I'm not one to bullshit. I've never been one that I will try to tell somebody if they are not good at something, including my kids. And I don't say it mean, but I'm not one to bullshit. So if I say somebody's phenomenal at something, it's true.
Yeah. I mean, and I always, like I say, I'm totally open to you guys coming over and throwing me. It's not, I'm not hiding shit. I'm not perfect, but I am really consistent and I'm really accurate. But I miss. But yeah, there's times where at single rotations, it's just not working for me that day. And I go, not throwing. I mean, there's been times where it's not many, but I walked inside and said, it's not today.
Yeah, it's an off day.
And it's not fair to the axe. I'm not going to review an axe that day. It's just not fair to it. I'm human. I'm not going to pretend like I'm superhuman. I'm human. And there's been days where I'm accurate, but I'm just not feeling it. And I'm just like, I want to feel it. I want to enjoy this. And there's days where I give it up too. And some of those days, guys, I'll make shorts. I'll come outside to do a review and I'm not feeling it with that axe that day. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to make some shorts for TikTok and YouTube. And that's what I do that day. And I come back to the axe just because I'm not feeling it. But yeah, there's days where my accuracy's off. My arm hurts that day and I didn't realize it until I started trying to warm up or I'm throwing. And I'm like, man, my arm's just not feeling it today. I can't give the axe what it deserves. So I need to stop. And I'm realistic with that. 10 years ago, I wouldn't have been. I'd have just would have thrown and been like, screw it, and just kept going, because I was younger. But now I'm getting a little older and I'm starting to look at things differently. I'm starting to realize, hey, you got to, you owe it to the people that watch you an honest review and give them everything you can in your review. And I take that seriously. I do. I work out to where I have time to throw these axes. I try not to get interrupted a lot. I take it really, I take this really seriously. Would you agree?
I agree.
Yeah, I take it super serious. So like I play around and I joke a lot. But when it comes to axe throwing, I get into it and I'm very serious about it. And there's times where, yeah, I'm off and I gotta go, not today. Let's see here. That was me the other day. Mike said that was me the other day. Yeah, sometimes that happens, man. It is what it is. Mark said, I drank some Danish beer, had an elephant on the label, 11%. It was pretty good. Yeah, them Scandinavian drinks, man, they got some alcohol content to them. I didn't know, but the Danish mead, the dense mute Danish mead, dude, a whole bottle of this is anywhere between 1,200 and 1,800 calories per bottle.
What does that mean? You should comp L.
So, I think his comment.
Compile? You should.
I think the comment got cut off. Been a while since I had a day of throwing like that, but I have had it happen. Yeah, it's not very common for me. It's every once in a while, and it's usually, there's been a time, I think there was one time where I slept on my right side wrong, and then I woke up and my arm was just feeling weird. It happens. Mark said, love throwing. I don't know what happened to your other comment, Mark. It says you should COMPL, and then it stopped. So, okay, so let's do the giveaway. My wife's standing here. She wants my time. She wants my attention.
I do. Y'all have had enough of them.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give away axes, and then we're going to get out of here. Sorry, guys. The first live went to crap. So you should complete some contest. Here's the thing about this. I would love to do this for a full-time job. Maybe not social media, but something with axes. I would love to make a living with axes. but unfortunately I don't. And I have a really good job that gives me benefits. I would never quit my job to do this. I'm not that stupid. Some people always tell me on TikTok, they're like, get a real job. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I do very well for myself. I do very well for myself, but I love this. But anyway, my work schedule is really hard, guys. It really is hard to try to, like, it's just, it's a nightmare to try to do anything with my work schedule and trying to compete. And I will be honest with you guys, if I competed, I'd have to change the way that I throw. I don't throw a competition throw. I'd have to train in that. It'd be something completely different than what I do now. So maybe, we'll see. Maybe if they start a Viking axe throwing league or something like that where you throw really hard, I think that'd be kind of cool. Maybe I'll start that. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's do the live. It looks like you guys can barely see me. It's getting so dark. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. I throw left and right-handed so I can just switch arms if I have a shoulder problem. Yeah, I had a guy that I played with on a travel team back in the day when I was like 14, 15 years old. We went to nationals in Oklahoma and we went to nationals in Kansas City. Overland Park, Kansas is where the nationals were that year. I can't remember his name. My mom and dad would remember his name, but he was a pitcher and he could throw right-handed and left-handed. He could throw just as hard left-handed as he could right-handed.
I think that's really cool. People who are ambidextrous.
Yeah, yeah. And
I think it's really incredible.
And what he would do is he would play rec ball, which was city ball. Anybody could play that. And then for our tryout team, what he would do is he was better right-handed than he was left-handed. So when he played rec, he would pitch left-handed and he'd save his right arm for his travel team when he played for us. The Virginia Blasters was the name of the travel team I played on. And he would throw right-handed. And I can't remember his name. I know what he looks like. I'm good with faces. Let's do free giveaways. You guys, the only thing you can see is Dave's horns, his white face, and my forehead. So, so let's give away these. Okay, so we're going to do trivia. That's the only way that I know how to do this fair on lives. I don't know how to do any other way to give these away to you guys other than doing trivia. So we're going to give these away. We're going to do 2 giveaways. I'm not going to give them away as a set. I'll give one away and then give another one to another person. So, and if you win one, don't come back and answer the second question. You've already won. Enjoy your axe.
Do you already have questions picked out?
I don't, but it's got to be something that everybody's going to know.
Okay, what's our youngest daughter's name?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll tell you what, we'll do the first giveaway. Here's the real question. We'll make it quick. We have 4 kids. We have a 2-year-old daughter. You guys should know her name. I've said her name a million times. It's a very unique name. If you can tell me what her name is, you can win an axe. And no, Tyler, my brother, sorry, man, but you are not allowed. You can't win an axe. I'll give you another axe, buddy. I'll give you another axe, but I always tell people I'm not going to let family come in and win axes. It's unfair. But Tyler, I'll be more than happy to give you another axe, buddy, but you can't get in on the giveaway. Sorry.
Oh, someone got it.
Oh, Mike.
You spelled it wrong, bro. You spelled it
It's okay. Close enough. Hey, you know what? That is a way to spell it.
I know it is.
Different countries spell it different ways, and Mike's right. Freya, he got it. We spell her name with a J. The J in front of the Y is F-R-E-J-Y-A, but I believe the Norway, how they spell it in Norway is F-R-E-Y-A, and it's Norwegian, Freya. So, yeah, you are right, Mike. Mike won one of them, Freya. And Mike's already won giveaways before. I have your information, man. I have your information. I'm pretty sure I have an email. I'll go back and check it. If I don't, I'll email you and say, give me your address. Mike's already won. Actually, Mike, I believe, won the Ace of Spades. He sent me pictures of it. I've yet to show you guys what he did to it, but I'm pretty sure Mike won the Ace of Spades, if I'm correct. So, yeah, Mike, you won, man. You won one of these axes. So have fun with it. Have fun with it. They're pretty fun. They're pretty fun. The wood's a little soft. Be careful with it. If you tear it up, it's going to crack and break on you. It's a little soft. We are like completely dark here. Okay, and last axe. I need one more question so somebody can win the last one. The last one here. The last meat cleaver. It does have a bone breaker on the back. If you want to use it for breaking bones, you can. It's on the back here. If you guys can see that. You can't see shit. It's too dark. All right, we got to think of another question. Everyone's going to be able to know this. Everyone's going to know this. Let's think. We got to make it quick. Got to be something everyone's going to know.
I have one, but
I know these are hard. These are hard. I should really think of these before.
I know. I have one, but I think it might be too.
Mike said, yeah, I got the Ace of Spades. That's what I thought. Yeah.
You'd have to be a real OG to know this one.
I don't know. We got to make it pretty common for the new people to try to get into it too. All the OG, you know what's funny? All the OGs win all the free giveaways when I do this. They really do. All the people that have been with me forever are the ones who always win the free giveaways. Let's see here. And it's not done on purpose, guys. It really isn't. Before long, you're only going to be able to see my teeth.
Yeah, I mean, you really can only see the white on Dave and
Yeah, I know. We're gonna get out of here. I gotta think. Hold on, I'm thinking. We'll do something recent. Oh, if you guys don't know, go over to the last video I dropped, the Estwing Batman axe. We're doing a giveaway on that one too. Go watch it. You can figure out how to get into the giveaway on that. You have to go watch the video. I'm not telling you. Go watch it, and I'll tell you how to get into the giveaway on that one. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to think.
Have you given them like what your favorite axe is?
No, I don't really have a favorite axe. I don't have one.
The question I was going to give you was what's my favorite axe to throw, but I don't think
anybody's going to remember that. And Ned Foss throwing knives. Yeah, Mike won the Ned Foss throwing knives too. When we got those from Ned Foss, they gave them to me for free, and I gave the knives away as a giveaway, and the other the axes as a giveaway. It came as a set. Oh my gosh, I'm having a hard time. Okay, I'll tell you this.
What about like what sport you played?
Everybody knows what sport I played. That one's easy. I literally already talked about that. No, I mean, I'm usually really good at telling people this stuff. Okay, I tell you what, we'll do it really easy. If anybody can tell me what city I live in. Anybody know the city I live in? That one's going to be that might be a little hard. If anybody can tell me what city I live in, Virginia, I'll give you the axe. We'll make it that one. I think I've talked about it before.
Oh, no, it's not Virginia Beach.
Not Virginia Beach. You're close. It's next to Virginia Beach. Somebody's going to pull up a map on Google. We're literally right down the street from Virginia Beach, though. Yo, what's up, Sorensen? What's up, bro? What's up, man? Thanks for joining. Sorry, we're doing a free giveaway on the last axe. If anybody can tell me what city I live in, I'll give you the other axe. I'll send it to you. But we are literally touching. I mean, I'm like 5 seconds away from Virginia Beach. Go right up Centerville to Elbow Road, and that's Virginia Beach. I live right on the coast, but it's...
Somebody get it. I want to go inside.
Oh, I was like, I want him now. If nobody can figure out, we'll have to go with something else. I'll give you guys another... Oh, yep. You got it. Chesapeake.
Yep.
I live in Chesapeake, Virginia, which is right on the coast. Right on. Well, it's not technically. You got to go through Virginia Beach, but it's really close.
50th anniversary of D-Day.
Yeah, I did the 50th anniversary of D-Day at Virginia Beach. Oh, did you really? Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. I've lived in a lot of different states, been in the military, but I'm from here and kind of moved back here and can't get the hell away from it. My wife wants to get the hell out of here. So we'll see. We might go down to Carolina. I think we're going to go down to like in between Moyock and Kill Devil Hills, somewhere in there. I think we're going to move down there eventually. Yeah, pulled up a map. I wasn't fast enough. Yeah, it's something that I've said recently. I've always said the Hampton Roads area, or I will say this about Wilkie. He won, but I will say that I have said before that I live near Virginia Beach because I was weird about giving my city out, but it's pretty easy to find me on Google and type my name in. You can figure out whatever you want to find out about me. I don't hide anything. It is what it is. And I'm sure I got some skeletons in my closet somewhere. It is what it is. I'll be more than happy to talk about it if anybody finds it. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I don't think you can even see me anymore. Thanks for all the support, guys. I really appreciate it. I do. Mike, I will get this axe out to you. Takes me a while. Don't freak out. And Wilkie, I'll get you an axe. And Wilkie is a member on Patreon. Look at that. Bam.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. All right, guys, we're at it. You can't even see you. Come in here. Come here. Get close.
See me, hello. If not, okay.
People are going to be like, I can't believe he's filming in the dark. All right, we're out of here. Thanks for all the support, guys. Sorry that the first live went to crap. I don't know what happened to it, but it went to crap. But we got this one in. So thanks for all the support. But until next time, see you. Come back this weekend. We're going to do the unboxing of the weird fan-sent odd axe. I guess you could call it an axe. I don't know what the hell it is. We're going to throw the hell out of it, though. But Sorensen said I'm working, but I asked my wife if we still had the box from the last thing you had sent me,
Address.
that would have your address. It would. And that's why I don't mind putting my address out there and you guys can find me. Yeah. But anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for all the support. I feel weird talking in the dark. Peace. See ya.